What's up, Netizens? You're watching DarkStar. My name's Anthony. I'm joined by fellow reaction dude Joey. What's up, dude?
What's up, dude?
Today we're gonna be watching Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged episode E80. Check it out.
Attention, duelists! My hair is showing you what previously happened on Yu-Gi-Oh! They took Joey's soul! The Orichalcos claims yet another victim. I can only imagine the trouble Kaiba must be having. Yes! Take them all down, my blue eyes! Oh man, first I get a free car, and now I can summon a real Blue Eyes to fight on my behalf even when I'm not playing a card game. The only way this day could get any better is if Joey Wheeler somehow lost his soul.
Hey bro, there's still a few Orichalcos soldiers left.
Well, you know what they say. If at first you don't succeed, then you're probably Noxedo fucking Kaiba. Attention, duelists! My hair is inviting you to watch what happens this time on Yu-Gi-Oh! I can't believe we lost Joey, one of the finest men I've ever met. I shall never forget the time when he said, "Nye."
Pharaoh, he said that like a million times.
And that is why I won't forget it.
We can't hang around. Darts' henchmen could show up here any moment.
I'm not leaving my best friend in some back alley. We're taking him with us.
Tristan, how are we going to—
We'll carry him. Together, we'll prove that the bonds of friendship are strong enough to shoulder any burden, even literal ones.
You guys pick him up. I'm gonna go stretch my legs real quick, then I'll help out.
Okay, Taya, you grab that side and
Okay,
I'll
yeah,
just
I got
get
it
this
now,
part
just
with...
Did he just friggin' ditch us?
Taya, the Pharaoh would never abandon us like that.
Suckers, consider yourselves ditched. Like I'd never be seen carrying another person. Not in a million years.
Practicing, dude.
Yeah, I can hear that.
It's a good thing Darts' headquarters are just a short sprint away from wherever Joey was, and from the looks of things, someone is already on their way down to challenge me. But I'm ready, and nothing is going to stop me from getting to Darts. My, I saw what you did to Joey. It's time to wait, hold on. I'm very flattered, Mai, but I never make love before a card game, or after. The ideal time for lovemaking is during one. I wonder which floor I'm being taken to. Well, if every other anime in existence has taught me anything, most of the drama tends to happen on the roof. Nice of you to join me, Pharaoh. Raphael! I was half expecting to find guards waiting for me up here. Master Darts would never stoop to such a level. Yeah, I guess it is asking a lot to have some sort of direct interaction with this season's antagonist before I duel him. You probably met your old friend Mai on the way up. Of course, you may have struggled to recognize her without her soul. You solo stole the soul of one of the sole remaining members of your whole soul-stealing society? Mai was weak. Without her soul, she serves our cause better than she ever did as a member of our ranks. Mai was one of the strongest duelists I've ever faced. Why, she even defeated Jean-Claude Magnum. And then nobody else ever after that. But she took out Jean-Claude Magnum, man! You claim to have a high opinion of your friend, and yet you couldn't even be bothered to carry her up here with you. What's wrong? Can't spare a shoulder to lean on? My shoulders are for two things only. Rolling them seductively at my opponents to confuse them during card games, and glancing backwards over them at my friends in a dramatic fashion. Not for carrying people. I wouldn't be seen dead carrying anybody. Fitting, then. As once I'm done dueling you, you won't be seen doing it alive, either. Technically, I've not been alive for several thousand years. Duel! Oh yes, duel.
When we catch up to the Pharaoh, I'm gonna give him a piece of my ass!
Don't you mean mine?
I know what I said, Tristan!
Seko, stop the car! It's Taya and Tristan!
Fine.
Mokuba, what are you guys doing here?
Just my luck. Dorkfest continues.
Actually, Dorkfest is in October.
Oh no! Look! Darts has hilariously possessed an army of rats in an attempt to subdue us!
Holy shit!
What the hell?
Sandwich, except hold the shit.
Careful, you almost dropped Joey. We gotta get to safety. Also, don't tell anybody about how I just touched Joey, okay? This fire escape will be a good place to not talk
Sexual
about touching
tension,
Joey.
We have to find the Pharaoh before before those rats do.
Good idea, Taya.
Look, can everyone just stop talking about how I touched Joey? Get over it already. It was one time. Let's see if you learned anything about respecting your monsters from our last duel, Pharaoh. Nobody respects their monsters more than I do, Raphael. So get ready because... Oh wait, hang on. Jax Knight, what are you even doing? You're clearly a whole inch out of formation. I thought we went over this in practice. By the gods, you make me sick with your constant failure to listen. You're worthless to me, Jack of Knights. So anyway, where was I? Oh yes, I sacrifice my shitty, stupid Jax Knight to summon the fabulous Karibo brothers. Behold as they cavort about in their entertaining manner. How am I even watching? That's some good cavorting, Karibo brothers. Now combine to form Curry Babylon. Satan. Okay, now I think I understand why you don't respect your cards. Most of them are f***ing ridiculous.
Here we are at Darts' upscale San Francisco condo or whatever.
Let's hope we're not too late to see Raphael inevitably activate the
Seal of Orichalcos!
Jeez, Taya, way to jinx it.
Oh, I see. So when you use the Seal of Orichalcos, everything's hunky-dory. But when I do it, I'm just exposing my true nature as an inherently evil Egyptian pharaoh. Taking people's souls is one thing, but I draw the line at double standards. Unlike you, Pharaoh, I don't intend to use the Seal of Orichalcos to sacrifice my monsters. I intend to keep all of my monsters outside the graveyard for this entire duel. The GY. What? It's called the GY now. Why did they do that? It saves space for text on the cards. I didn't even know these things had text. Yes, soon they'll be abbreviating all the commonly used dueling terms. Imagine how ridiculous that would be. Now I S my KBs and send them to the GY in order to TS Curry Bandit to my side of the F. And with that, I'm fairly certain that we've exhausted every variation on that joke. No matter what you do, Pharaoh, I won't let you destroy my Guardian Iatos. Hell, you can't even destroy my front line to get to her. And if you can take out my monsters, well... your fate is all but sealed. Oh, I see what's going on. This whole duel is a metaphor for your inability to accept that your family is dead. What? Yes, you refuse to let any of your monsters go to the GY because you believe preserving the memory of your family as you knew them in life will make you stronger. When in actual fact, you are denying yourself the chance to mourn, and as a result, you've rooted yourself in the past, never allowing yourself
breaking
to
through,
move
man.
on from that tragic day when you were forced to replace your dead family with trading cards. You have no idea what you're talking about, Pharaoh. No, I actually really do. Accepting the mortality of those around you is an important step to becoming a more complete person. Just ask Kaiba. Why, just last season, he literally murdered his own father in order to move on. It's true. I highly recommend it. A+ experience. It even worked for Mokuba.
I miss Noah.
Mokuba, you and your imaginary friends. Look, you are reading way too much into this duel. These cards are not my family. In that case, you won't mind if I use my Dark Magician with my legendary dragon Timaeus in order to destroy Guardian Iatos. Mommy, no! Guardian Iatos, no. Raphael, if it helps, just think of this duel as an elaborate and extremely painful therapy session. No charge. You want pain, Pharaoh? Well, here's a card that'll provide plenty. Say hello to my guardian Dread Scythe. By the knobbly knees of Ramses, what being of purest edge is this? You're right to be afraid, Pharaoh. My Dread Scythe is going to carve your monsters and your soul into tiny pieces. No! It's got a scythe! The deadliest farming implement known to man! For every monster that's in my graveyard, GY. For every monster that's in my graveyard, Dread Scythe gains attack power. So now, I'm going to sacrifice all my monsters in order to make Dread Scythe the most powerful monster on the field. Wait, hold on. This whole duel you've been adamant that you'll protect all your monsters. But I get rid of one of them and suddenly you do a 180 and decide to kill all of them yourself? Plans change. Plans change? You spent all our
Big
previous
facts.
duel telling me what an awful person I was because I was willing to sacrifice my monsters. How is this any different? Look, not everything is so black and white. I guess I didn't realize that Orichalcos was Latin for giant f***ing hypocrite. Dread Scythe, destroy his dark magician girl. I activate magical pigeons. Magical pigeons. Activate him.
I can't believe Yugi risks using magical pigeons. I mean, Exodia is one thing, but magical pigeons? Is he insane?
Magical pigeons turns Dark Magician Girl into a pigeon. And then next turn she changes back. But for now, she's a magical pigeon. And now I activate Underworld Circle. Wait, what's going on here? Is this more of your nonsense, Raphael?
Oh no! The Pharaoh and Raphael are stuck in there!
I hope this duel wraps up soon. I gotta get to Dorkfest opening ceremonies.
By the underratedness of DreamWorks' The Prince of Egypt. Where are we? We appear to be in some sort of graveyard. GY, look, no matter how many times you correct me, I am not saying that. I think I know where we are. This is a memory from my past. This is the first time I met Darts.
And now you listen directly to me, baby Raphael. I am forming my very own Orichalcos army, made up of bikers and rats. You don't use the rats once. Doesn't really matter. And I see great potential in you. Potential for doing.
Zug?
Oh, right, this is before I relearned how to talk.
But it seems that your thoughts still linger on your family. The only way to unlock your potential is to forget about them, man.
Zug?
Oh yeah, bro, if they really loved you, then they wouldn't be dead. You know what I mean?
Damn.
Agree to disagree. Hashtag self-care and join the family of the Orichalcos.
You see, Raphael, Darts preyed on you when you were young and vulnerable, so that he could more easily brainwash you into doing his bidding. I don't know what you're talking about. Master Darts is a wise man who has treated me with nothing but respect.
Now, baby Raphael, go dig a hole in the ground with your bare hands, like the dog you are. Yeah, get in there. Scoop it good.
That's some kind of respect. Master Darts made me dig for hours, endlessly digging, until I finally unearthed my very own Orichalcos-style dual disc.
Oh, we gonna have
He's
a
buried there, huh?
relationship, that we all, man.
Wait, how long ago did all of this happen? I don't know, 3 or 4 years? But Kaiba didn't invent the dual disc as we know it until season 2 of this show. How is there just a bunch of random-ass dual discs buried in this random-ass graveyard? Random-ass GY. Don't you start.
Look, guys, they're back!
Yes, it appears we have returned from the backstory dimension or whatever that is. Just in time for me to activate Monster Reborn and bring back your guardian Iatos on my side of the field.
Oh,
Mommy,
shit,
no,
what a
I
twist.
thought I was your favorite. I mean, that sure is a trading card you summoned. I clearly have no personal attachment to it. I combine Joey's Hermos with my Queen's Knight to form Goddess Bow. This gives Iatos enough attack power to combat your Dread Scythe. And every time she attacks, you are forced to lose
No.
card after card in order to protect
Oh yeah,
yourself.
he had 5,500, but he took one of his monsters out of the graveyard, so it would go down.
As she carries all of your internal pain into the heavens with her. This heavy-handed
Over here, like,
metaphor was brought
this
to
shit
you
doesn't
by
matter.
Dar, a subsidiary of Doi Incorporated. Raphael, now do you understand? Darts tricked you. He made you think you could heal your broken heart by killing every living thing on the planet, when it turns out the solution was not doing that thing, Pharaoh. And now all that remains is for me to activate Soul Charge to summon all my monsters back from the graveyard, the GY, depleting me of all my remaining life points in the process. Raphael, no! What are you doing? I know. The seal of Orichalcos will take my soul. But I'm ready now. No, not that. I'm upset because you didn't let me make the finishing move. That's total BS, man. And after I lost to you before and everything. Mom! I mean, Momster card. Okay, this is also total BS. When I came back from the dead, I didn't get a chorus of heavenly music and a light show. My monsters, they've all returned to me in my final moments. You know,
This is
I'm
fucking
just
weird-ass
glad that my
shaking.
family wasn't here to see me join a cult that tried to murder everybody.
Raphael! We saw everything!
Dear.
But don't worry, we won't Jeju.
We'll leave that to God.
Mother, Father, I don't have the words to say how grateful I am. So instead, I'll just say, Zug Zug. Raphael, what in Osiris's name gives here? Why aren't you screaming and convulsing in agony? My soul, I think I still have it.
Maybe because Raphael was able to accept the flaws within himself, the Orichalcos spared him.
Or maybe the real seal of Orichalcos was the friends we made along the way.
God damn it! I knew that girl's friendship speeches were gonna kill me one day.
This is why I hate coming to San Francisco.
Oh, he's fucking
Mr. Kaiba, we're here.
having a seizure or something.
Shaking a leg, dude.
Many omnipresent flying helicopters.
Everybody get on board before we get totally smushed.
Roland, inform all the other passengers to stop talking about how I touched Joey.
Where's Pharaoh?
Better not tell anyone I did this for you, all right? Because if I hear even one word about I can see my pyramid from here. Why, the Egyptian reference of
So he sacrifices himself anyway after they let him
what are you
live.
doing? Take this. That'll take you to darts. Pharaoh, I'm
For
sorry
sure.
I misjudged you.
I'm gonna
More than
die.
anything,
Take
I'm
this
sorry
quick.
for beating you in a children's card game. Well, you know, we really don't need to bring that up right now. I mean, I really owned you. It wasn't even close. Raphael, can we please move on from just a very one-sided duel, really? I probably could have won with one hand tied behind my ear. Oh no. Raphael, come back.
Pharaoh, we came back for you. Quick, jump on board.
I'm just here for the food.
Raphael, I can't believe I lost my shoulder virginity to
Raphael.
Look, guys, Darts' headquarters collapsed, and there's something else on the inside.
It looks like the evil building was hiding another, even more evil building inside itself.
What a random and super unnecessary plot twist.
Hey, look! Something's moving down there.
It's
For
a good thing
sure,
I'm so
dude.
buff, or that fall would have killed me.
Oh my. I mean, is that for real? It's fucking, what is this? Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Fast and the Furious?
Well,
That shit's
after many, many years, we finally have solved the mystery of who touched Joey when he was younger.
Really? I'll let talk about it, but
Yeah.
yes, we now know.
Yep, we now know. I would say most of this episode was kind of a step back to me. I think it was one of the weaker episodes in quite a while, honestly. But it had its
It
moments.
wasn't that great, but
It
the
had-
long, like I said, the long ones are tougher, man.
Yeah, it had moments though, but it wasn't. This one was kind of long. I didn't realize. I've actually felt like I actually went by pretty quick, but yeah, it was. I think the first like half of it was just not too much. Was very funny. I think
The only two
second half of it
parts
was a
I
lot
can
better.
recall that were like pretty funny was when he touched Joey and he's like, "Oh no, I touched Joey," and he keeps saying like, "Don't tell anyone I touched Joey." Nobody's even fucking talking about it but him. Like, that was funny. And right there at the end when the dude fell and he's like, "Oh no."
I like the whole hypocrisy thing just because it's so true. Like it's just like
Nah.
you can't sacrifice your monsters. You sacrifice all his monsters. You don't care about any of your monsters. He fucking doesn't give a shit about any of them or whatever. Except the monster card, dude. That was pretty good.
Oh, monster. That's funny.
So yeah, there's some pretty good stuff in there, but like I said, it had its moments, but
Dude.
overall it was whatever. It being like the fucking, he's just like, get over your dead family or whatever. That was pretty great.
I'm glad I didn't get to see me do this, and that. And they look, it's like, we saw everything.
We won't judge you. We'll let God judge you. Yeah. Like I said, it was okay. But all right. Next week we'll check out another one. Tons to break. Catch you on the dark side.